Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's Modern Warfare 3. I'm RJ.
I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Mega kill. Wrong game.
Yeah, really. Welcome to Tuesday the 13th of December. We're doing Modern Warfare 3.
That's right, and instead of insulting you with 1 and 2 as well, we're just going to skip to 3 because there's a few of you that maybe not have it yet, maybe not have it bad.
Grammar,
and
good.
You're probably going to get it for the Christmas holiday, so you can play it with your cousins or whatever, like me, my nephew.
I have to get it for my brother.
Yeah.
Well, I have to get it for me to play with my brother.
'Tis the season for shooting through a scope. So,
Mass kill.
yeah, wrong game. So anyway, Infinity Ward is the maker of the Modern Warfare that we all know and love. Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. Or just Modern Warfare, then 2 and 3. And then Treyarch is the one that they swap with. Like every other year, one of them takes center stage. And last year was Black Ops, and that's Treyarch. And it was fun. It was really the Vietnam War or whatever. The multiplayer added some kind of gambling aspect to it, which is really cool. But anyway, I love the Infinity Ward stuff. Far superior in my view. I think the story is pretty strong. The only thing I can say is that I have heard from a few people now that it feels too gimmicky, like they crank up the volume all the way to 11 and it's always there, right? That's kind of what I hear. And I have to admit that they are getting more and more like that. 2, I think, was a really good balance, Modern Warfare 2.
Which you said we wouldn't be talking about.
But Modern Warfare 3, I'll get past that. Smart ass.
So Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 3 has a great story. I mean, it picks up right where it left off. We're battling, we just took care of General Shepard, who was like this, evil general that was okay with starting World War III kind of thing. And that's kind of, we're following Makarov, which is the Russian guy who is trying to start World War III, trying to have a huge incident. And we play as, Captain Price, McTavish, which is Soap. And then in Modern Warfare 3, we play as Nikolai and Frost, Delta Force a lot. I know it probably doesn't mean much to you. He doesn't play a lot of them.
I'm not a huge first-person shooters, fan, unless there's like some science fiction element behind it.
Yeah.
Like
Shadows of the Damned. Well, that's not really first person, but
right. But like bio.
That's your camp. Yeah. I really love the military shooters. I just love the precise nature of it, and I love from getting point to point to point. Delta Force, you follow Frost, which is kind of a no-name force. It's not quite the same as, was it Sergeant Foley? Keith David, the one voiced by Keith David. That rich voice. Yeah, Goliath. He's a great actor. The Thing. He's in The Thing as well. Anyway, so instead of following Sergeant Foley, I think that's it, Captain Foley. Anyway, instead of following his group, which was a great part in the first and second, and there's reasons we don't follow him in the third, but just in case you haven't played the second one. But they substitute into to Delta Squad, which is kind of just this nondescript special ops force.
Right.
I kind of like the name Frost, but that's really the only memorable part of that. I mean, you're hunting down Makarov, and you're saving like the Russian prime minister's daughter, and yada yada. So it's kind of the typical fare for storyline.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay is as satisfying as ever, and we'll get to the multiplayer just a little bit in a little bit. The game is a really solid game, but having said that, the people who are saying that it's always turned up to 11 definitely is apparent in this.
Right.
And I don't know if they continue to escalate. The next one is going to be ridiculous. But you're on a train and the train gets toppled over and you survive. You're on a boat and the boat gets sunk and you survive.
It's just a toppled over.
The plane gets fired.
Toppled over.
The plane goes and you walk away from it. And the helicopter spins out of control, and there's just all these huge moments. And the sets are really nice. It is cool to have the rubble and whatever. But it's okay to have some slow time. It's okay to take your time.
Right.
It's just it's always one thing after another after another. I mean, for me, I like the old school games where you're literally walking through I don't know, a map of a field and a couple of sheds and whatnot, and you're just sniping people from way afar. I enjoy that. I enjoy the kind of you flank them, especially if you're playing multiplayer kind of thing, and I really like that kind of dynamic. But
strategery.
Yeah, right. And you wait to see what their movements are, and you wait to have eyes on everybody that's out there, so there's 4 enemies and no more. This one doesn't give you any chance. You're always running and gunning. You're just kind of stumbling along, or being pushed.
Right.
Like you really have no time to pause. I mean, that's not totally true. There's no time to pause when you're not being shot at. Let's put it that way. Like the enemy always pretty much knows where you are and is shooting at you. And
okay, is it more like you have to try not to put yourself in a position to be seen, so that you can snipe?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, there are a few. Like I really enjoyed, especially in 2, the sniping missions.
Right.
You go along like a Price takes you or Soap takes you, and you have these moments where it's like, okay, there are 2 in front of us. You take the one on the left, or whatever. Or you choose, or there's 2 and a dog, or there's a convoy. Like searching. You can let them pass, or you can take them out. I always took them out. That's just the way I roll. So I enjoyed those moments, and they were stealthy moments.
Right.
But you did still have to go. It still pushed you. And in this one, I think there's only like one of those moments, where all the other moments are, you're in an elevator, and then the elevator gets exploded and falls down. And it's a little manic. It's a wonderful game, really good game, but it's so amped up. I don't know where the next one's going to go. I hope they tone it down. If there even is a next one in this world. I don't know if they're going to continue the story, because I don't want to ruin it, so I won't. But things do wrap up a little bit.
So you talked about sound before. Do you play with like surround sound?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really the best way to hear what's going on. I mean, they have indication of where you're being shot from,
right?
But it's the best way to you hear enemies behind you and whatever. Although in this game particularly, they all seem to be in front of you. Like other games, like I just played. What did I just play? Oh, I just played Resistance 3. They're all over the place. They're not just in front of you. I mean, like a lot of times there are in front of you. I mean, that's kind of it's a linear game, right? So that makes sense. But you're in positions where they come up, creep up behind you and whatever. This game, not so much. They don't do a lot of moving the enemies as far as like from one position to another. Right. They do run from cover to, but it seems they definitely you complain every once in a while about games like this because you're not really forced to think on your feet necessarily to feel. But I think that Modern Warfare especially does a good job with grenades, because grenades will come at you sometimes 2 at a time, and you'll hear them. And then if you're close enough, you have this little icon that has a hand, and so you have to push the right button to throw it back before it explodes, and otherwise you die. So there is an element of, oh crap, and you've got to just reflex,
Right.
And there's tons of reflex, you're like scoped in on somebody, and you got to wait, for them to pop up or run, or somebody coming in your line of sight and whatever. So it's a little different than manic, like apparently you like. I don't really enjoy that. So this is right up my alley.
Gotcha.
I guess I wish that the story did have some lull. That's it. And it sounds odd to say that, but if you watch a movie that's just all explosions, like most Michael Bay movies. I mean, most Michael Bay movies are like bam, boom, wee, boom. It's like there's no real time to rest. He doesn't have character development.
Right.
In fact, in Transformers, he doesn't have character development
at all.
So it's like that. The game is like that. It's just always boom, boom, boom. So other movies and other games, they have the lulls or whatever.
Right.
And that's to the benefit of the whole show, because you get time to really identify with the character. And I think that 1 and 2 did that okay. It's just 3 it's lacking. So, anyway.
Interesting.
So multiplayer, you guys aren't going to have any complaints if you loved 1 and 2. Basically, another one that you guys are going to play for months and months and months. There's nothing hugely different that I have experienced, or maybe there is. I don't know. But multiplayer, I mean, this is a different kind of thing. It's like as long as you have someone to play against, you have a challenge, kind of thing. So definitely, if you're not Nick, I would say go get this game.
And even if you are me, you know, I'm going to get it anyways because everyone I know plays it and I want to fit in.
It's a great game. I know there's a little bit of, you know, debate for
Peer
some
pressure.
people about the Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3. Battlefield 3 is more realistic, and the first player campaign is much different. It's a little shorter. Well, I guess it's about the same. It's not as fast-paced. The graphics are more realistic,
Right.
like I said. So it is kind of a different feel. And you know, the multiplayer is really good. You can't really go wrong either way. But I know that Modern Warfare is going to have a lot more people online doing the multiplayer. So if you're buying it for that, I'd stick with Modern Warfare 3.
But then again, you might run into lag.
No.
Okay.
Not
lag.
really. The story is a little bit manic, and I'm a little afeared for the next one. But this one so far is so good.
Okay.
Pick it up. That's it. I'm going to show you my first-person prowess. Oh, that didn't even stick. Ah.
Yes. Coming from the guy who'd rather be abducted by aliens.
Yeah, you must have pictured that as a zombie or something.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead, alright.
Shameful. I lost on this episode.
Yeah, man, that is shameful.
I'm going to shoot my own self. Hey, there we go.
It's stuck.
Yeah, I know. I've done it before.
That's funny.
See you later. See what I missed? I just look like an idiot. Oh, there you go. See you later.
And this is why the world should wear glasses. You can't have this kind of fun without them. You just like...
Well, they're like OptiGrab, but far less effective.
I can't stop laughing. Okay.
Coming up, Christmas movies. Which ones do we watch?
Welcome to Tuesday the 13th of December. We're doing Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. And instead of insulting you guys with reviewing 1 and 2 as well, we're just going to skip to 3 because it's out, and maybe there's a few of you that don't have it yet. And
But
you
what
want
if
to
we
get it
want to
filed.
insult them?
No, I don't want to.
No, neither do
Plus,
I.
it makes it easier for me because I don't have to come up with clips for the editing part.
Well, whatever's easiest for you then.
All right, that's
No, keep going. That was
let's
good.
start over.
That was good. I think it's good for them to see the inside of us.
Ew.
The insights.
I think it's good for them to see the insides of us.
The insights of us.
Here's
Of
the inside.
Our insights into our working process.
Wait.
Do you play with surround sound or no?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that.
Unless the wife. Stacy hates it when I have like. Oh no! All the time, and like when you're sprinting, like especially 2. I think they changed a little bit in 3 because I didn't notice it, but in 2, like when you run, you're like all the time, like when you're like low on health or whatever, when you've got hit in a couple. So Stacy's in the other room, and I can understand. It's like. It's like that's all she hears. She can't see what's going on. So, what are you doing in there? So anyway, I totally understand.
You have to loop that. sorry.
It's like anime, watching it from the other room, and all the girls are like, they're like crying. But
You
it sounds like
know
they're
what
having
I've
sex.
noticed? Like even in Japanese like shows or stuff, the girls always sound like they're having sex. It doesn't no matter what they're doing, just always with the sex. It's like my puppy died. I'm gonna make moaning sounds. What?
Juggernauts are the superpowered guys
Yeah.
that have the Kevlar, like bomb resistant, whatever. So it takes a lot of shots to kill them. So you're
And
just basically walking around shooting people, and people are like, "Arr!"
And they have the magical gem that gives them their power. Marvel reference. I don't play these games. I have to buy it and I have to play it because my brother Jason does, and I want to fit in.
So send your hate mail to nick@nexusdigitalcomics.com.
Look, if you're not constantly being abducted by aliens, what's the point?
What are you doing in there?